Okay, perfect. So thanks, Katie, for coming to my AI class. I know in December it's tough to get to some classes, especially on a rainy day. So I appreciate you logging on this morning. Today we're going to be talking about kind of how to surface on AI. And it's from a talk that Jason Abrams gave recently, just kind of on what he's seeing, what he would recommend if you want to kind of enhance your online presence in the coming times, especially with AI coming out and AI being the way to kind of search for things and surface things and all of that kind of stuff. Um, and this shouldn't be super new. It's just kind of thinking about it in a different way. So, the most important thing about AI and AEO and all of that kind of stuff is consistency. So, just making sure that your stuff is consistent across platforms. So, that includes like social media, that includes your website, all that kind of stuff. And Jason actually gave a really funny analogy for this. So he was like, AI needs to trust you to be able to boost your content or kind of see you as a good source of information. So if you have three different names out there, so if on Instagram it's KDG, but then on your website it's Katie Guntle, it's going to be like, okay, but which one is it? Like that's pretty close, but like if it's looking different, it's going to be like, well, which one's your real name? And it can't verify. You as a source. It can't verify that you're the same person. So it's just kind of it's looking at that and being like, oh, are these different people? Is this an actual source? Are they correct? So just kind of any sort of inconsistency is going to lower your trust score with AI. Um, Sorry, I'm turning off my space heater. It just kicked on. Kind of same with the phone number, and Jason gave a really funny example of this as well. He's like, if you went on a date and you gave one phone number the first date, and then the second date a different phone number, that looks sketchy, right? Like you don't trust them as much. So making sure you have one phone number across all of your platforms. Kind of same with your email address, business address, professional photo, and bio. You kind of just want all of that to show up the same, all of it to be as close to possible as the same. The bio is where it can be a little bit different because that obviously an Instagram bio looks different than a LinkedIn bio. So just kind of making sure it has the same tone and same message across the different platforms. So that's kind of step one is we want to verify that all of this is the same. So that is what I'm working on for the office. That's what I recommend all agents to be working on. Um, and I have a master prompt that we can give to ChatGPT to help us kind of look at everything and see where we need to make some changes. And again, we're kind of doing that because AI promotes what it can trust. And to help it trust you, we have or I recommend, and Jason recommend having a FAQ page on your website. And that's just kind of um, basically a source of information with you answering questions about real estate. So that AI can start to learn, okay, like Katie's a realtor in Columbus, these are the areas that she works with, and she's answered all of these questions. So we're going to start surfacing her when people ask those questions in AI. Katie will become a source. Kind of like on the bottom, it'll say the answer and then the source, and that can be your website. That's the goal. Um, and a few different, like, kind of ways or kind of information you don't want to post versus what you do is you want to use quantifiable facts. So closed 22 homes in 2024. AI can go in and look at that and make sure and verify that basically. 5 years of experience, top 10% of agents in my office. So giving stats like this allows AI to go in and kind of fact check it and make sure it's correct and like credible and contributes to that like trust meter basically in AI. We want to avoid claims like I'm the best realtor in the area. Not that anybody would put that, but we just want to make sure like because that's not verifiable. So by like any data, numbers, or anything like that. Well, it might be, but AI is not going to be like, oh, if everybody's saying that, that's a red flag. Um, And then testimonials, so kind of reviews. It's going to look at your Google reviews, Zillow, all that kind of stuff, to also factor into your trust factor. So if you have really good reviews, that's going to be, you're going to be seen more trustworthy by AI. And then kind of the cherry on top, the last thing that Jason was like, hey, this is going to be really good if you want to really surface on AI, is to take your FAQ page that you build. And I have all these different prompts and stuff and steps on that building this page. But take your page and answer each one in a short YouTube video and post it on your channel because YouTube is a highly trusted by AI, especially Chat and Gemini because they're both kind of linked or kind of grounded in Google. And then videos are going to start appearing in search results. So if you've answered a question that somebody types into chat, your video could surface, pop up, and be like, oh, okay, Katie knows what's up. Follow her, and then hopefully lead down the road to converting to seller or buyer. Okay. Any questions on kind of like what we're going to do, first steps, and kind of why this stuff is important? I know I kind of like ran through it.
No, you have prompts somewhere else, correct?
I have prompts just further down on this page. Yep. And
Okay.
I'll send this to you so you can just copy and paste it right from here.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm. So the first step is going to be kind of looking at all of this stuff. So um, audit on all online profiles for consistency. And then I created this prompt just to kind of help tell AI what we want it to do. And it goes kind of far down. It goes to that next page. So when you're doing this yourself, just make sure you grab that last sentence. But I'm going to go right up here. So act as my personal digital branding assistant, review all my online real estate profiles, website, Google Business, Zillow, all that kind of stuff, and check the following elements. And then I told it to make a table that shows all the information if it's inconsistent or missing. And at the end, provide a summary with a checklist of all items that need updating so my profiles are consistent. So let's throw that into ChatGPT and let's see what it comes up with. Hmm. Okay, so it just gave my prompt back to me. So let's see what we can do here. I want to review all my online stuff. Okay. Maybe because I use it for the office, so it's like, hey, you can give this to agents. So I'm just gonna tell it I want to bring this prompt for the office. Actually, it might be easier because then we don't have like a Zillow profile or anything like that. Do you mind if I just put your name in here and we see what we get?
Sure.
Okay. For Katie Guttel. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. So it ran a profile. This is a partial audit just because it's on a publicly accessible data. So Zillow, real estate directories, website backend. Okay, Google Business. This will catch what's mostly visible. Okay, that's still pretty helpful. Um, okay. So overview, key information. Here is your cell phone number. Is that your phone number?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then katieguntel@kw.com, 100 East Wilson Bridge Road, Keller Williams Capital Partners. includes she's a Columbus native, lived in multiple states, values communication and relationships over transactions. And then here's that table we asked for. So your name seems consistent, so that's good. You got a green check mark there. Um, two phone numbers. Okay, so just your cell phone and the office. Um, it's just letting you know to check which one is primary and both are still valid. Email address, possible inconsistency, katieguntle@kw.com. Oh, okay, so this is your Gmail. It's pulling up from Zillow.
Oh yeah. I know I started with like a Gmail account and then when I came to Keller Williams, obviously I put my KW, so I think I have like two Zillow accounts, but yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, if that was ever something you wanted to like contact Zillow about, you totally could. But I don't think that's a huge problem. I mean, people can make the leap of KT Guntle to KD Gunnell.
Yeah.
But if that's something you wanted to work on, if you wanted to go like I'm doing every step 100%, that's something you could work on there. Business address, that looks good. Bios, great. Perfect. FAQ content, so no obvious or dedicated FAQ page could be an opportunity for why work with me content. And then Zillow professional headshot. Okay, you need to confirm headshot. Full name, consistent. Phone number, different phone number than Zillow, must verify correct phone numbers, which we saw up here. Just the office and your cell phone.
I think homes.com gives you like a random number.
Oh, do
That's not
they?
my number.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, then I guess that's kind of just how homes.com works.
Yeah, I wonder if that would happen on anybody's account that you pull.
Probably. Most likely if they've signed up for homes. Um, Bio looks good and other places consistently at Keller Williams. So that's really good, honestly. Like there's just a few things, but honestly, like you have an answer for both. So that's good. We don't have some random info pulling up, especially if you get all of these calls, like you get the calls from all these phone numbers. Um,
Hmm.
I'd say that's pretty good. The one thing is there's no FAQ page anywhere,
Yeah.
but that's okay. So that's kind of nice. So what's missing is a great place to kind of start on like, okay, what do I want to work on? Summaries of findings, email address, phone number, um, headshot, FAQ. So it's just saying we didn't find Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube, which is interesting. I'm not sure why that's not pulling up because those are public. Oh, actually, I know why. Because ChatGPT doesn't have an account on those like on those platforms, so it can't look at them. So that makes sense.
Oh.
I was like, why is it doing that? But because I think a lot of social media websites are cracking down and basically being like, you can't look at this person's content until you make an account. Um, so chat does not have an account yet. I wonder what they're gonna do about that. Um, we'll see. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Um, Next step, so confirm official business email. KW email versus personal. So that's kind of nice right there. It gives you a checklist of things you can work on if you want, or if you're like, nah, I'm good with that, or like the homes.com, there's not much we can do about that. So um, that kind of stuff.
The FAQ on our website, I just use the command website. Do you
Mhm.
have a recording of how to, I know probably to create like not a landing page, but it would be what, like another page. Have you done one of those yet?
I have done one for the office on our KWCP 274, like our hub.com.
Oh, perfect. Because that's
But
something
I
I want to watch to know how to do because I can just do that.
gotcha. I'll probably end up making a new training on that when we get there because doing it through the agent website might be a little bit different. But yeah, it'll just be adding a custom page and then you could just name it FAQ and then I actually have a prompt in here to act as my real estate marketing strategist and tell me what questions I should answer. So then it'll like chat will give you the questions that you need to answer that people are searching for. Um, and then I have another training that I think would be helpful. So maybe I'll send you the link to that, but then I'm definitely going to make a new one specifically for an FAQ page. But yeah,
Okay, great.
so I think that would be really good. But I feel like this was a pretty good audit. Yeah, that was really good. Did you feel it was like, okay, like that all, I feel like that all makes sense.
Yeah.
What you were talking about. So,
Yeah, I was worried because I don't have my full name and my handle on Instagram, but
mm,
I don't want to change it because I have it on my signs, so then I have to change my signs. But if
totally.
I need it to be Katie Guntel or whatever, I could go back to that. But
I would not like, especially because like your username is how people look you up, but like on your bio, you can put your full name,
yeah, yeah,
and
it's
that will kind of
there.
do the same thing.
Okay.
hmm Yeah, some of these things I'm like, well, that'd be different on Instagram, but um, this is just a good kind of rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
So perfect. So then it's kind of like, okay, like found out the things that we want to do. FAQ content is kind of sounds like that will, I feel like that's going to be really good, and really important. So very helpful. And then step two is kind of buried under that first prompt. So update your bio and photo across every platform, which we kind of got from this kind of sheet here
Mm-hmm.
from doing that first prompt. And then part three, so yep, create or improve your FAQ page. And then I would type in this kind of prompt right here. And let's see what we get. I always like to respond. I'm like, that was a wonderful review or something. Was a, especially if you have the paid version, it's good to give it feedback like this. So it knows like, oh, that was good. I'm going to do that again, in the future. Breakdown. Now I would like, okay, to build my FAQ page. So please act as an expert. Perfect. Okay. Just gonna hit go and see what happens. So it kind of broke it down by like little sections. So like a home buying process, home selling, market trends and pricing, mortgage options, neighborhood, and challenges. Hmm. I don't think clients are going to be asking this. It's just kind of that one might be not great, but I would do all of these. It looks like. Okay, so let's look at these first. So the kind of idea is we want to have the title be the question that they type into AI. So if we like this general idea, so like what are the first steps I should take when I'm ready to buy a home in Central Ohio? I feel like a client or a potential buyer would type that in, like what are the first steps um, to buy a home in Central Ohio? I might take this out. So take out when I'm ready. What are the first steps I should take to buy a home in Central Ohio? That would be a really good title for a question in your FAQ page because that's what something like that's what somebody will put into AI. Um, and then you'll surface as kind of the resource or source basically. So that's kind of how you want to look at these questions. Like what would someone realistically type in? Yep. So how long does the home buying process take? That would be really good. How do I determine the right listing price for my homes in today's market? So I feel like only a few buyers would say in today's market. I I feel like they would just say like today. Um, and they probably wouldn't say price, the right price, or like they probably wouldn't say listing. So how do I determine the right price for my home today? So just kind of look at these and be like, okay, like what would someone realistically type in, and then choose the ones that you want to answer, and then kind of go from there and put them on your page. The local information, I would be specific about the neighborhoods in Columbus that you work in. So um, only kind of talk about the ones that you work in. So I might reprompt chat and be like, okay, only ask me questions about Delaware, or only give me questions people are looking up in Delaware and things like that, just to really like niche down and kind of help boost yourself, because people will be like, oh, I want to buy in Delaware. That'll help you show up on their page quicker.
Okay, yeah.
So I would probably change the local information, just be specific about where you want to answer questions about. Um, Challenges. Yeah, so these last kind of two or three areas are just okay. I would definitely stick to kind of these um up here, but that's all like just me. I would look at the questions you want to answer and answer those as you see fit. And then down here, so kind of talking about that last section is to post at least 5 FAQ video answers on YouTube and use this prompt to help. But AI or chat kind of beat us to it. They're like, okay, these would make great YouTube videos, pretty short, so 3 to 6 minutes each. First steps to buying a home. So you would just sit down, press record, and talk about the first steps to buying a home. And honestly, you could just take your answer and put it back into AI and be like, give me a script for this for a YouTube video. How to price your home correctly, current trends, and then for Instagram or TikTok, Facebook Reels, 15 to 45 seconds. You're definitely going to need a different script and different like footage for that. Um, so just kind of shorter and faster information. And then down here, write full answers to each question, create your layout. So it's like it's ready to go. It's like, okay, what do you want now? So um, yeah, I feel like this is a really good place to start and kind of getting to work on all of these different things. I would definitely say the videos for last, but I would not skip them. I think that's going to be um, what sets a lot of people apart. So, and Katie, you're pretty good at video. You do a lot of videos, I feel like.
I try.
Well, you do good. Awesome. Well, I will send this out. This class wasn't super like showy or anything, but hopefully it kind of made some sense and was helpful and gave everybody a starting point. Do you have any questions or anything like that? And I'll send this out as well so you can have all the prompts and get started with that.
No, this was great. Yeah, sounds like I need to work on an FAQ, but I'll wait till you do a class on it.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Honestly, in the meantime, because I'll do that here pretty soon, I would just choose your questions and have your answers ready. So that way you
Yeah.
can just plug and chug and then we'll be good to go.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Katie. I appreciate it. Let me know if you need any help or if I can do anything in the meantime.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
Katie. Bye. Hey, Jasmine. Oh, guess